What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here, and this is Luke Cage, Season 1, Episode 11, Now You're Mine. So I honestly did not think that this entire episode was going to be just the club, them getting out of this hostage. It was. That was entirely the entire episode. Um, but a lot of interesting stuff happened in this one. First of all, we found out a bit more about Luke and, well, Carl and Willis's past. He was telling the story to that Damon Boone guy, and was telling him the story of pretty much what happened. They were friends from an early childhood, but there was still that tension because of who Willis was and what it meant to Carl's father. And then they told the story about apparently they were arrested for getting a car and stealing a car. But the difference was because Carl's father had such influence, he ends up getting sent off to, whatever it's called, Army, Marines, whatever you want to. I can't remember exactly which one it was, but he gets sent off there while Willis ends up going to juvie. In juvie, he ends up killing a guy in self-defense, which gets him even more time. So now we know, and then on top of that, his mother dies of cancer while he's away. So now we know why Willis hates Carl so much. I love the fact that they managed to throw that in there and be like, this is why. Because honestly, I was wondering, is it really just because of Carl's father not loving him? Like, is that the only reason why? That it felt like a very weak reason to do all of this. But now that we know, okay, not only that, but this happened, and this happened, and this happened, all of that because of who Carl is, I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes more sense now. I'm glad they explained all of that. They really spelled it out and said, this is why. It's really well done. As far as the action inside of the club scene, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff. You've got Luke taking care of Misty at first because he can't leave her with her arm like bleeding out. Claire steps up, uses Candace to like get away from the shooters, all the gunmen, and then manages to find Luke. Now she's taping up Misty while Luke takes on a bunch of gunmen, and meanwhile, you got stuff going on the outside. Blake Tower, who I can't really remember exactly, like I remember the name. When I saw him, I was like, why does that guy look so familiar? I looked it up on IMDb to be sure. He was in Daredevil Season 2. I just can't remember exactly who he was. Like, I remember the name, remember him being talked about. I just can't remember how he played into Season 2. But anyway, he's somebody that works at, like, the City Hall or something. I think something like that, City Hall in New York. So he comes in and says apparently Mariah has been pushing for the police to get the Judas bullets for their guns to stop Luke Cage, and apparently it's gone through, so now they have Judas bullets. And you see the internal affairs lady. Once again, I still feel like she's involved somehow with as much connection as she has to Mariah. I feel like she's involved. But you see her slowly start to realize, possibly she already knew, that, this may not be what they think, that maybe Luke Cage is not the main one behind it. And so, Blake Tower is convinced that Mariah, he doesn't trust her, and so he's suspicious of her intentions, thinks that maybe things aren't as they seem. So it's very interesting to see that happen on the outside. Meanwhile, on the inside, you see Willis is doing everything he can to make Luke look like the bad guy. He's making Damon make the demands, as saying that Luke Cage is forcing him to say all this stuff, and then he uses his power fist thing to make it look like Luke killed Damon, which you have to wonder. Nobody asks why. That's the biggest thing in all of this, is that there's so many situations where normally I'd expect somebody to say, hang on, Luke is in charge of this hostage negotiation. He's waiting for his demands to be met. Why would he just up and kill somebody like that? Nobody really asked that question. And I don't know. I feel like somebody should be asking that. Like, why did he just up and kill him? What sense does that make if Luke Cage is the bad guy? If he's not, well, then it kind of makes more sense. Like, possibly somebody's trying to make it look like he's a murderer, in this situation. Make the cops come in shooting. So I don't know. I wish people would ask more questions, but ultimately, what it leads to, Shades finds the secret passageway that Luke used to get downstairs to where Misty and Claire are. Misty is standing there, Claire's off to the side, so he goes to get Misty. Claire comes up from behind him and attacks him. They work together, take him down. Luke, meanwhile, is upstairs. He's taken out pretty much every single gunman. So he releases all the hostages, but Willis has Candace up on the balcony, and he's telling him, the cops are coming in, they have bullets, which I feel like kind of works against him. Like, I don't think Luke would have attacked anyway, because I think at that point he knew he could turn himself in, and they've got enough evidence to know he's not the killer. But you still think, from Willis's point of view, if he attacks, not knowing they've got the Judas bullets, he's gonna die. But yeah, he told him about the Judas bullets anyway. I don't know, that was just the one thing that didn't make any sense to me in this episode. I'm just like, why would you tell him that? Like, he does not realize that that's what they've been trying to do, that Mariah's at City Hall right now, getting the cops these Judas bullets. There's no way Luke could know any of that. So why tell him that they've got these Judas bullets? Because if he doesn't know that, he may fight back that he's just like, oh, they're just going to shoot me, it's not even going to hurt. And then they shoot him, and now he's dead because they've got the bullets to do it. So, I don't know, just a minor thing. I don't think, like I said, I don't think Luke would have fought back anyway at that point. But it's still something that the possibility of him fighting back should make Willis say, hey, maybe I shouldn't tell him this. But anyway, that's just a little gripe from me. But ultimately, Luke does, turn himself in. He saves Candace. Willis tries to get a shot off, but misses and manages to escape. Meanwhile, they're bringing in all of the hostages and all of the bad guys. One little final scene. There were several little scenes in this that were just really awesome. I mean, you've got the way they started off. You've got Shades talking to Willis, and Willis is just like talking about how, we've got this all in the bag, and Shades, what you talking about, Willis? I'm just like, and he even said, oh, you making jokes now? I'm like, did he just make that joke? Like, what is this? There are several little moments between Misty and Claire. One when they finally take down Shades. She's like, you got skills, you do too. My father, my uncle. And they just laugh at the exact same time, the exact same way. Just like, I feel like these two are going to be friends. And then this final moment, Shades is like walking out, the cops are escorting him out. He drops his sunglasses and Claire's right behind him. She like goes up, crushes him into the sidewalk and just glares at him. I'm just like, that was... If it wasn't, like, if it was just somebody's sunglasses, it would have been whatever. But because it's him, his name is Shades, and it makes so much sense that that's how you'd finish him off. But as it ends, Misty is telling Patricia, I think, the IA lady, she's telling her, as she's being carted away, he's completely innocent. He's innocent of everything. She's like, I know, I trust you, but we need to verify it. Which I still feel like is her saying, I trust you, but I'm evil, so we have to take him in so I can kill him later. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too hard. Maybe she's not evil, but it feels like she is. It feels like there's got to be one final twist in this because there's still 2 episodes left. Feels like there's going to be one final twist, and I feel like that's going to be the twist, that she's actually been working with Mariah this entire time. Who knows? Maybe they want me to think that. Maybe that's what it is. They're trying to make her seem like, oh, she's friends with Mariah. Maybe she's evil, just for it to turn out to be like, oh, Bailey, Misty's new partner, he's evil too. She got stuck with a third evil partner. I don't know. I'll be interested to see how this ends. We still got 2 episodes left, so... Still a lot of story to go. Still waiting for, I guess, the ultimate climactic battle between Luke and Willis. I can't wait to see it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Let me know what you liked and didn't like about this episode. We can talk about, discuss, all that good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe for future Luke Cage reviews, and I will see you at the next one. Peace out.